Subscribe, yo.
So in today's video, I'm going to be modeling a vintage scuba diver in Blender 3.2, so let's get right into it. Okay, so for the head, let's press Shift A to insert a UV sphere, and let's bring it up a bit and right click to shade it smooth. We're going to be using the shaders tab to make a glass texture for the helmet. Let's click new, and we're going to be using mix shader and a transparency BSDF for this texture. Let's raise the metallic and give this a light blue color. I'm going to now add a color ramp node and a friend cell node, and let's plug this all up to the mix shader. And in the materials tab, I'm going to turn on backface culling and change the mode to alpha blend. And in the render properties, I'm going to be turning on screen space reflections and turn on refractions. I messed with the nodes a little bit more to get it to look like what I wanted, and this is what it looks like so far. Pretty cool. For the neck, I added a circle and pressed tab to enter edit mode. I selected all the vertices and extruded them up by pressing E, and I just kept doing that until I got the shape I wanted the scuba diver's neck to look like, and then I shaded it smooth and filled the hole by pressing F. In the shaders tab, I added a temporary color to it, then I went back to go fix up the glass texture to make it look better. I then imported this cool body asset I used for an upcoming video I'm making, and I basically just lined this up with the character's torso. I then duplicated the head and changed it to a metal texture because this is what I'm going to be using to model the character's helmet. For the front of the helmet, I duplicated the neck and deleted the vertices in the middle of it and added some smaller inner vertices and pressed F to fill the gaps of it. I then gave it a gold coloring and used the mirror modifier to make it look the same on both sides. I used a reference pic so I can know what I want the helmet to look like, and I used this for now to make the seal of the helmet. And to close off the helmet, I went in edit mode to extrude up some vertices to get a shape I wanted, and then I basically just fixed it off afterwards and deleted some vertices in the middle to connect off the little glass openings you see. In scope mode, I was able to make the helmet smooth with the smooth sculpting tool, and I was able to use the grab tool to fix the overlapping vertices. I added a circle by pressing Shift A, and I tapped into edit mode again to extrude the vertices of the circle, and this is going to be for the seal of the helmet. For the front of the helmet, I modeled some little screws and added some parts to seal off the helmet to make it look more like the reference photo. For the top of the helmet, I used a cylinder to make the shape, and I used the grab and extrusion tool to shape it, and I used the cube to make it look better. Right now, I started to model the tubes for the oxygen tank by tapping to edit mode and extruding vertices, and I pressed Ctrl B then V to make this a curved line. Then I converted it into a curve. What this does is makes it so that I can change the width and depth of the tube. After I was done, I then converted it back into a mesh. I found this cool pressure gauge model, so I just took it and shoved it on my model and just took off the old textures and replaced them. I basically did the same thing with this oxygen tank. I removed the old textures and put my own, and I placed this on the back of my character and added some little details to make it look like the oxygen tank was actually attached to my model, and I added some little bolts and screws to cover up the plain spots on the model as well. I made him a belt and added a little teeny octopus in it because I thought it looked kind of cool. I added some more bolts to the oxygen tank, and I also made another tube for his chest and added some small little tubes to connect to the oxygen tank. I then made some water using the geometry nodes in the shader section, and I placed some seaweed models around my character, and the last thing I did was added some UV spheres to use as bubbles. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more content like this, turn on post notifications so you can be notified when I upload another video, but I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.